Shalom, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. My name is Gabar Allah from the GMS Toronto camp, and hopefully this lesson will be edifying. So, I'm going to start off with let's start off with Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 15th verse. So it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Now, I started off with this precept because I was reading this article here from the Free Thought Project, and it says, "Rap superstar Akon creates world's first crypto city in Africa to fight controlled economy." This was posted back in January 18, 2020 of this year. And this was in the works since 2018, I believe. I did some digging up and some research, and I found out that Akon has many investments in Africa when it comes to solar energy, building schools, hospitals, those things, etc. Trying to basically help the African people. But his main investment was the crypto city. And his crypto city, it uses a currency called Akon, which is titled after his name. And you can tell that this is just basically a rip off of Bitcoin and that currency that has been set up. And by the way, when you look up the word crypto, it just means hidden. I have the definition here. Crypto, before vowels crypt, a word forming element meaning secret or hidden, not evident or obvious. So this is a hidden currency. So he's going into a cashless society, everything that's digital. And this proves that he has bought into the beast system, because he's following the exact same pattern of Bitcoin, which is going to lead into the RFID chip. And for those of you who are new and don't know what the RFID chip is, I'm going to show you a picture. This is written in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter. That mark. This is it right here. That is as long as a grain of rice. And this is what they'll use to insert the chip into your hands. And this is here. This is in the works. The chip is here right now. There are certain companies that are using this technology and that are actually chipping their workers. This is what soldiers have in them. This is the way of the future. This is going to have all your information in here. Your driver's license, your social security number. Right? So this is it, man. This is what Akon is really promoting here. This is he's promoting the image of the elites. This is their image. And really, who do the elites worship? They worship on the left-hand side, which is the spiritual demon Satan. That's who they worship. So that's the image he is promoting. And now it says, while many other rappers in the hip-hop world use their spare time and money to pose for photos with large amounts of cash while degrading women, rap star and Senegal transplant Akon is using his fame and changing the world. In 2018, he began a solar investment program in Sierra Leone to bring thousands of solar-powered lights and traffic lights to the people, which was successful. And now he's founding an entire crypto city to help pull Africa's economy out of poverty and corruption. So he's saying that if you buy into my crypto city, it's going to help the African economy and pull it out of poverty, and it's going to get rid of corruption. So you have to buy into this image in order for these things to happen. So he's telling you that if you buy into a cashless society, your life is going to get better. And that's what he's pushing on you Pan-Africans, man. And a Pan-African is anybody who is of African descent or who is African. right? Because that's what it's geared towards. It's geared towards making you so-called blacks, you Pan-Africans, to buy into a cashless society, right? So, he's just a front man. He is a pawn that's just being used, and he is doing nothing new, right? And you have to also think, why are they going to allow a black man to make his own city? Well, the reason why they're allowing him to make his own city is because it pushes forth their agenda. Right? So you have to take that into consideration. Because if it wasn't doing that, the elites would have shot this guy down already. Now, I did some digging, and I went on to CNN.com because I typed in crypto city in Africa, and this is one of the articles that came up, and I found a clip here. It's about 5 minutes long and change, 5 minutes and change, right? And at the very end, the lady that was interviewing him, she asked, do you see yourself gaining a foothold in politics? Do you see yourself as the president of a United States of Africa? Now, in the video, Akon said that's where he wants Africa to be. He wants it to be a United States of Africa, just like how there's a United States of America. Now, she said, do you see yourself as the president of the United States of Africa? And he said, no, I don't. I don't see myself as the president because I won't have the flexibility as I do now. Or he won't be able to be flexible. He says he just sees himself as the guy that's next to the president. He just sees himself as an advisor. And now, that shows you that he is an antichrist, and he is just there to play his role, and he is just there to forward the agenda of the elites. You have to look at it that way. He knows he's just a pawn. He knows he has received this consolation. And as a matter of fact, in the video, he also said that his life is good. Money is not a problem. I'm looking forward to the future to see what it has in store in terms of his crypto city and the cryptocurrency that he has. So you can tell that he has received this consolation and that he is down with the game. And he really buys into the system that it's talking about in the book of Revelation. That's what he's buying into. So let's get, what else? What do I want to get here? Actually, let me get woe unto you that receive consolation, man. Because these jakes that believe in the society, they have received the consolation. They have received a runner-up prize for buying into the system. But the Lord says you're going to perish because of that. You're going to be destroyed. They did not want to have Yahushua as their consolation. It says, Luke chapter 6 verse 24, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. And in the beginning of the article, it does point out that he is rich. Because it says, while many other rappers in the hip-hop world use their spare time and money to pose for photos with large amounts of cash, while degrading women, rap superstar and Senegal transplant Akon is using his fame and changing the world. So he is of this world and he has money. He is rich. So Akon's rich. There's no doubt about that. So let's get to the scripture. But woe unto you, and woe means destruction. Matter of fact, let me just prove it. I shouldn't have to speak. Let the scripture speak. Woe, alas, woe. So it says a primary exclamation of grief, woe, alas. So yeah, sorrows, grief, destruction. All right, same thing, same context. So, but woe unto you that are rich, and he is rich, for ye have received your consolation. Let's look up the word consolation. All right. a calling near, summons, importation, supplication, entreaty, exhortation, admonition, encouragement, comfort, solace, that which affords comfort or refreshment. That's right, and that's what he has received in this society. He has received comfort. That's why when you go to this clip, I suggest you go to this site if you have time. I will do my best to put a link in the description, in post-production. But when you watch the video, he says money is not a thing. He has a beautiful home. He has 9 children. They're all busy. They're all following in his footsteps. Everything is dandy. He has lots of wives. So he has received this consolation. You know, he's comfortable. Right? But the Lord says, woe unto you. And you have bought in this, you have bought in the vision of the elites. You have bought into it. And you're going to be destroyed, because the scriptures say without vision the people do perish. Just briefly paraphrasing, and I'm going to get that. So this is Proverbs chapter 29 verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. And the vision, it comes from the prophets. And guess who the prophets get that vision from? They get it from Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Who are the prophets today? Let's start off. Take a guess. The men of Great Millstone, the apostles and elders on down. The men who are laboring in this truth and who serve the Lord in sincerity. Alright? But those men, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and you have various different righteous, holy men that are not in Great Millstone who are getting the visions as well. But for now, the ones in the forefront, who are the pioneers of this thing, they are the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And they're telling you people the vision. And the vision of Babylon is that this place is going to be destroyed. And if you don't choose a side, if you don't choose the Lord's side, you're going to be destroyed. If you choose Satan's side, you're going to be destroyed. That's the vision. The people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. And those that keep the law through faith, okay, because it takes faith to keep the law, so you have to have faith, you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy in these times, man. And what does that ultimately mean? You're going to receive the kingdom of heaven. And Yahweh Shai is going to look upon you as a good servant. Let me read this again. Where there is no vision, and Akon, he doesn't have a vision. He has the vision of this world. As successful as he is, you know, because he's a part of the Pan-African Tech Conference, which is MEST Africa Summit. You know, he's a part of that. Right? And you know how successful he looks. He has the politicians backing him. He looks successful, right? But he's going to perish, man. He's going to perish. He's going to perish, and he's going to be utterly destroyed. He ain't going to be happy in that day. So let's move on. Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, when you look at Africa, it is comprised of small and great nations. And Akon, he's saying, I want them to be united. And they have been doing that, or they have been running test runs in each continent. They have NAFTA, the National Free Trade Agreement, between the United States, Canada, and Mexico. You have the EU, the European Union, okay, which allows free trade amongst and the removal of tariffs and other things that allow the European nation to trade freely amongst each other. You had the African Union, right? So those are all test runs to test out the mark of the beast, the RFID chip technology. Okay, because that's where this world is headed. For you to store currency in a chip, and you'll have it in your hand. And that allows the elites to have total control. It shows them what day you make a transaction, what time, how much you spend, where you're buying. It allows them to have total control to see your spending habits, and that's what Akon is really promoting. That's what he's really doing. He's really he's what you call a wolf in sheep's clothing. Now, did he do some good things along the way, like provide energy for Africans, for poor people? Yeah, he did. He did. You'll give him that, right? And some things did help people. It did. It really did. It allowed, and you know why? Because giving people energy in that place, it allowed them to get the word of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. For people who didn't have access to the internet, or who didn't have access to energy so they can hear the word. That's the only good it did. That's the only thing I can see happening here. And I can filter through that. But other than that, it's in vain. Now, let's get... Now, this is all a false balance. Acoin, Bitcoin, that's all a false balance. The RFID chip, that's a false balance in the sight of the Lord. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh Bashem El Shai, but a just weight is his delight. And that just weight is really you serving the Lord and using the wages that you're given correctly. Right? But this is the RFID chip is a false balance because it allows the elites to have total control over the money. People are no longer going to have, well, I'm talking about poor people, okay? Poor people are no longer going to, or people in general, the masses, not just poor people, but, they're no longer going to be able to trade in gold, silver, metals, precious metals, and of those things. You're no longer going to have that. So technically, you don't really have real money. Everything's going to be in the cloud. Everything's going to be digitalized. So that is a false abomination. And second of all, this chip is going to allow the elites to actually threaten you, man. They're gonna. It's not gonna allow you to have some type of freedom to choose what you want to do, to choose your employment. With a push of a button, they can turn your chip off. They can tell you, they can dictate to you what you have to do, what you're going to work to be, what you're going to become, what employment you're going to have to seek. Right? So this is all really a false balance in the sight of the Lord. And really, the men of the Lord to this day, they're going to put their riches in the kingdom of heaven, in the spiritual stock market, the things that are spiritual. And you also have to look at as well, the Lord, he only takes 10% of what you make. Through the RFID chip, this devil can take everything from you if he really wants to. Right? The Lord, he doesn't even take 100%. And that's where this society is headed, because everything is going up. And that's what's going to further push this chip. Inflation is on the rise. The standard of living is rising. So it's messed up. But that's prophecy. That's what has to happen. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 11. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. All right. Just another scripture to back that up as well. Let's get Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel fall them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And that's that righteous anger. So if you buy into this system and you take the mark of the beast, just like Akon, he buys into the system and he will take the mark of the beast when push comes to shove, because he wants to make that money and to live that comfortable lifestyle. You're going to feel the Lord's indignation, man. You're going to feel his righteous anger. Now let's read it. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the land. And that's going into nuclear destruction. Guess what? When you're being destroyed, there's going to be an audience there watching you and clapping on your death. which is a form of like an execution. Because when somebody gets executed, you have to have an audience, or you have to have a witness. Okay, and we're going to be those that, the elect, I mean, and the angels and the Lord, they're going to witness that. And they're going to clap right along. And they're going to be happy about you being destroyed, man. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. That's right. You're going to smell that smoke. It's going to hit the heavens, man. And people are going to be watching your destruction, man. On those satellites too. But that also shows that you people are like a sacrifice. Because when you put a sacrifice onto the altar, and when you start to burn it, where does that smoke go? It goes upwards. So this is really just a big sacrifice when you think about it. All right, and that's what a goat is. A goat is a sacrifice, and you people are just goats. Because a goat is a sin offering, man. When you go back into the law, it's a form of a sin offering. And you people, you're sinful, man. So the Lord, He has to sacrifice you like a goat. Michael Jordan, you're a goat too. They call you the goat, and that's spiritual, man. But guess what? I guess you didn't think that goats get sacrificed. So you're going to be sacrificed too, man. All you celebrities, you're going to be sacrificed, man, by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. And that's what we're suffering for. That's what we're patiently waiting for. We're waiting for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to destroy you. That's what we're waiting for you. That's what we're waiting for. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushai. So you have to have faith. And yeah, you really are in that day, because in that day, when this chip is made mandatory, you're gonna have to have faith to choose the side of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and to not take that chip. That's gonna take faith, because all odds are gonna be against you, man, if you don't take that chip. You're going to lose your home. You're going to go homeless. You're not going to be able to feed yourself, to feed your family, if you decide to be righteous in that day. But it's going to take faith for you to choose that path. So, yeah, so that's all that I really wanted from here. I hope this was edifying. Until next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that have taught me this truth. Kwam Yasha Allah, Baba Bal, and Shalom. Till next time.